The Gempass is getting its biggest buff ever. And with that you can get a free super unit. If you decide to purchase the pass, it will be even 12 super units. So in this video I will tell you which unit to choose to make the most out of it. We're gonna check out my free-to-play account as well as pay-to-win account, and I will tell you step by step to make the decision much easier for you. And with that said, thank you everybody for being here again, really appreciate it. And if you want to support me even more, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, I bet you won't regret it. Here we are on the free-to-play account. And we can see there, yep, we got there some good units already, but which unit should I go for when I max the free-to-play pass? Well, the first thing I can tell you is the rarity. Yes, the rarity matters, and if we check out here the shop, we can see that each baby has a different price tag depending on its rarity. 100 babies is the price of one super, and doing that calculation we can see that 100 babies of a common one would cost us 80,000 coins, while an epic one would cost us 120,000 coins. So well, that's a difference of 40,000 coins if you would go for a common instead of an epic one. And that can for sure have a big impact on your decision, especially when you are a free-to-play player. So you definitely have to keep the rarity in mind. The second thing I can tell you is right here on your squad overview. Go sort by upgrade, because then on the top left side the unit will appear which has the furthest progress. Well, we got there the chicken and mortis because I can bring them to its next star, but the next one would be the bow. And bow, right now 17% of its ultimate form unlocked, or better said 1706 bows collected so far. Would it now make sense to go for another 100?
No, God!
All because if you have 17 or 18% progress of that unit, that doesn't really matter. We are still far away from the ultimate form. And the same counts for all the other 4-star units there, because even right now the Ruffs is on its max form, we might get him on 5-star in the future, so 100 babies more would not really matter. The point you want to look at is right here, where we have the gap in between 3 and 4-star. That's right here in between Archer and El Primo. And if we now check out our 3-star unit, which is the closest to 4-star, we can see, well, only 72 babies missing. Would it make sense to go for this one?
No, God, please, no!
Yes, because we can get it then to 4-star. Would it make sense because of the special abilities of El Primo? Let's check it out. 4-star, this guy can heal after its elbow drop. And well, this ability, as well as the El Primo self, is not really the meta, so that could be a point why you should not go for the El Primo. The next unit, to give you another example, would be here the Barbarian King. Well, only 75 babies left. From that perspective, yes, we can bring it to 4-star, but what its 4-star ability? It is the Super Race spell which we're gonna get there, and this one is so overpowered. So the decision for the free-to-play account is already made, because we want to go for the Barbarian King and bring him right away to 4-star. Since most of you have picked that unit straight at 4-star on last Christmas, you have to choose a little bit different. Well, I picked last Christmas the Colonel Ruffs, because he was so far away from 4-star, and bringing him right now to 4-star just gave me an insane boost on my free-to-play account. And I was like, okay, this BK is anyway close, so I'm gonna purchase them from the shop, or right now get him from the Gempass, and we'll bring him to 4-star soon anyway. So if you didn't go for Colonel, that could be a valid decision. And if we check out our next epic unit, this would be the Archer Queen. We right now have 37% unlocked of 4-star and only 3.7% of 5-star. So from that perspective, would it make sense to go for this? Well, yes. Even though the way is so long, the 4-star ability with that spell makes kinda sense, but it's still not helping too much. Just think, you would get a 4-star Archer Queen out of your next star chest or your next 10th star chest. Then those 100 babies would have been kinda wasted. So situational, if you're really close for the Archer Queen, go for it. If you're really close to the Dr. T, don't go for him because he's so bad. But well, think from another side. If you're only 100 babies of Dr. T short, and would now get 1000 babies, so an ultra Dr. T from your next star chest, you would regret not going for it and bring it to 4-star, since that is right now the maximum. That means until the 5-star version is being released, you're not getting him from the star chest. So to block this unit of getting it from a star chest would make sense for one or the other guy of you. And there are several other units which are not too good to pick right now. But this is very situational depending on your account and the current meta. Who knows which unit's gonna be getting buffed next update or nerfed. So that should not really impact your unit. You should go straight for the unit which will help you the most. And this could be then a common or a rare unit. The next ones would be here Barbarian as well as Wreck, Cold, Shelly, and they are all pretty close toward the 4-star form. And there it is a personal preference. Because if you're not playing the unit, why should you bring it to 4-star? That's not helping. But the things we have learned so far is the Rarity is definitely having an impact. The Progress is definitely having the biggest impact, and Ultra Barbarian King help you much more than an Ultra or the Dr. T or the Royal King, where I'm so far away and which is an off meta unit. So just theoretically that I would have that Barbarian King already on 4-star. Would I then go for one of those commons here? Well, the commons are pretty easy to get and they are anyway close by. And the difference is not too significant in between 3 and 4-star. Besides some units, Crack here, he can heal from the trees on 4-star. That can definitely have an impact and is bigger in my opinion as the fact for the Barbarian here, which will only get enraged after busting a foe. Well, that can have a huge impact on the fights as well, while we can all agree that a 5-star one is broken. So the Barbarian would be a valid unit to pick for me, and this one is pretty close to the 4-star form. The next one's for sure Dynamite, insanely good unit, Ice Wizard as well. So I would just check out now the tier list and combine it together with the units I am playing, which should be most likely the tier list, and then decide to go for one of those units. Even if you think, okay, 53 or 63% unlocked of the Dynamite is not that big difference, but I hope that we now get these super units in all the next gem passes, and with that, okay, go now for Dynamite, then you have 30 days of collecting further babies and you are already closer to its 4-star form, and go for the next one. And maybe even if it takes the upper next one, that will be just 2 months and 1 day if you max it on the first day, where you can get 300 babies to its 4-star form, and that can definitely make sense. But what if you have all maxed 4 stars already? Not caring about if you're free to play, I saw some guys achieving that insane goal already, or if you spend some money, then the decision might be even harder, but I would decide in the same way. So we're gonna check out which unit is the closest to 5-star for this case. It's a bow, 77%. And here it would actually make sense to maybe max that unit as soon as possible to get it to 5-star. Because if I would now get a 5-star bow from a star chest, that would be really sad. Right now we don't know if there will be 6 stars or any further evolution in the future. And that could mean that 7,700 babies or then 7,800 babies would be wasted if I get them straight from the next star chest. That is also one reason why I'm right now saving my star tokens, as some units are pretty close to 5-star and I don't want to get them at 5-star right now. I want to get those units which are so far away to their 5-star progress. For example, the Archer Queen, where we have only 31%. So from that perspective, it could make sense to just go for the unit which has the furthest progress. And for all the other ones, it's pretty even. And still that impact of getting 12 times an epic unit instead of 12 times a common, so that's 12 times those 40,000 coins. Well, I would definitely here on my main account, or I will definitely go for an epic unit. I will go for the PK, as this is my epic unit, being the closest to its ultimate form. And now you can come back to that sentence, I won't make really a difference in between my free to play and pay to win account. So as we could have seen now, it is very depending on your current situation. Choose those units which will have the most impact on your progress as well as your gameplay. And don't go for those units you're not playing anyway, unless you're super close to its ultra form and can then block those units to appear in your star chest, like a Dr. T or a Heavy, which don't have a 5-star form at the moment. But remember, if they had a 5-star, it still can be a 5-star Dr. T or Heavy in your next star chest. Now it's your turn. Please write down below in the comments which unit you are going to choose, because that is helping us all together and maybe I've missed out a point. Thank you guys for watching and happy busting!